Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, it's Wib. We're back on Epic 7 and today we got a little patch notes, a little one for those 2 weeks. We got here the summary, we got new SC with SC Jena, we got as well new advanced story on a bunch of other small stuff, but nothing really crazy. But I guess we'll go right away over SC Jena, the most important thing in this patch.
It's time for you to repent. I'll give you one last chance to repent. A clear mission now. I won't back down. I will not tolerate this.
So, SC Jena, we start right away with a buff on her skill 2. He already got buff like last time, not this patch note, but the one previously, if I remember, so they're buffing it again. And because they're buffing it, it also applies to the SC version, but they clearly said that it's also the normal version that get buff. I mean, doesn't really matter anyway if you SC air, that the normal version get buff, but yeah, this is a new buff. Yeah, it's a new debuff, actually. It's Frostbite, which is an interesting debuff. I kinda talked about it in my previous video of the unit I wanted to say, like maybe giving a debuff like this to Zerato would also be a very interesting idea. And I guess they give it to Jena, and yeah, it will be an interesting idea on Zerato, but yeah, that's just me talking about my previous video. But yeah, so Frostbite, it pretty much nullify everything that's like Orius and stuff like that. Can nullify also Seaside Bellona and Pirate Flan passive to avoid clear damage. It's pretty nice. It's also a non-attack skill, so beware of Selene and stuff like that, but it can, they clearly show it on the videos that it works on stuff like Aidin, which very interesting if you want to first do Jena skill and then have like Zac behind one-shotting air without having to worry about Orius or any escort or stuff like that. That's kinda interesting, but it's kinda weak. We'll see why after. Then we go to our skill tree, which is enhanced by SC, which the only thing that's really enhanced is that now she also... The combat readiness decrease is random, instead of being fixed 20%, it can be 20 or 40. I mean, random amount between 20 and 40. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So far, it doesn't seem like a crazy SC just from this. I mean, it's a debuffer. I mean, when I heard it was SC Jena, I kinda expected her to be a debuffer, but that kinda sucks, sadly. That there is not much damage stuff, but I guess we'll see what they give her with the rune. For the rune, we've got on the skill tree the only rune that increases the chance of defense break by 5%, so it brings it up to 80%. That's kinda sad, I'll be honest. Would have been nice to have 100% chance defense break on a skill tree, but I guess it's a skill tree. We got also face runes that increase the damage, doesn't really matter, he doesn't do much damage. On the freeze runes, has 30% chance to silence when the enemy is frostbitten. Honestly, it doesn't seem crazy right now, but I guess it's very random between the random combat readiness pushback on the silence. I guess, yeah, it's kinda like a broman, I guess we could say. A more offensive broman because of the defense break, but still. Then we got the skill 2 on skill 1 wound. On the skill 2 we just got the achievement wound, which basically makes it that you have a 100% chance to push the combat readiness of the area with the highest attack by 15%. Kinda nice, especially since the skill 2 you can soul burn to then do skill 3 afterward, you can push your highest ally. And for the skill 1 we got an increased chance to stun by 5%, which brings it to 40% I assume, maybe it's not without skill up, but anyway it's low chance. And what means that whenever you have frostbite you decrease the combat readiness of the enemy. I mean, whenever the enemy is frostbite you decrease its combat readiness, which is kinda nice, but yeah. Then we'll go over to a... what do you call this one? The, I guess, stats rune. So we got 2 runes that increase their speed, so plus 10 speed, which sadly Jena is one of the slowest mage in the game. She's 101 base speed, so that brings her to 111. Still kinda bad, especially for units that made for debuff opener. She also got some extra HP and she can increase ally attack by 5%, so nothing crazy. So in conclusion, SC Jena, I mean, I kinda expected it to not be good, honestly. As I said, I kinda expected it to be some kind of debuffer, and sadly, we know how debuffer works nowadays. But, I mean, let's see. Frostbite is an interesting debuff, so can be pretty useful against AOL comp and stuff like that. But the problem with her, is, in my opinion, is her base speed that Even with 111 now, it's still very slow. On point is that you most likely have to speed tune your team around air, and it's kind of awful, not gonna lie, to speed tune your team around the 111 base speed units. But I guess we'll see. So now we'll go over to the other small stuff we've got on this patch notes. We've got a new advanced side story. I mean, new, I guess it's a rerun. I don't remember if the fire one was this one, or if they changed it. But, I mean, they probably have some new mechanic, maybe. But yeah, it's a fire advanced side story, so I hope you guys have a lot of ice unit. I mean, who knows, sometimes it's you can use fire unit too, depends on what the phase asks. But then we got also a new book, side story. I don't even remember what this one give. I think, is it the one with Ftene, or I don't remember, but I think it doesn't give much. I mean, anyway, it's just for new player if they want to get some event artifacts. But it's nothing I would recommend to waste Keystone on. Then we got new arena season and new Guild Wars season coming up. New arena season, we just got teased this piece of gear right here, so it's a speed set we got this time. Honestly, this helmet doesn't look too bad. It's obviously for tank or healer. Just look at the stats, there's nothing DPS, but it's a very nice helmet. We'll see. Last time they did the speed set, it wasn't that great. I think there was like 2 pieces out of the 6 that were kinda usable. I mean, already this helmet seems kinda usable, even if it procs into everything. It just depends on the unit you want to use it on, but yeah, I guess we'll see what it gives us. And also we got Guild War. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter, it's just a new season. And then we got the banner coming up, so we got 4 rerun coming up. We got Illinav, Illinav buff maybe? Yeah, the fact that they're rerunning Illinav maybe means that they're gonna buff her sometime, next buff balance pack, hopefully. I know Illinav is also pretty asked in terms of buff. She's kinda nowadays, I guess we could say. We'll also get Elena with Stellar Harpa tomorrow together with Illinav. Then next week we'll get Laika with the artifact and Senya with the artifacts. Attention to Senya. A lot of people want her, but yeah, I mean, pay attention because I would recommend to wait a bit before pulling for Senya, because who knows, there could be a new RGB unit coming after. So depending on how it is, might recommend to wait at least for the next announcement, like till they reveal the new RGB before pulling for Senya. Anyway, she will still be there when the new unit come up. I mean, when the new unit is at least announced, because it's 1 week, and usually they reveal stuff on Wednesday, and new unit comes on Thursday. At least for me, I know some people, depending on the time, get stuff midnight, but yeah, I guess you will still have time to pull for Senya nonetheless. But yeah, I guess that's it. We also got MLWay with Xiaomin tomorrow. I'm gonna pull for MLWay tomorrow, and I guess we'll see each other tomorrow after the maintenance. But anyway, I'll leave you guys to this. Bye!
Girl, I'm sold. We never took a night off, saw me cold.